Yeah, I always like to start by asking just those two questions. Raise your hands if you like beer, and raise your hand if you like to travel. All right, you're ready for the path. No, actually, beer it's an important part. You will see of the training. It's also an important part during our path. Alumni gatherings. We'll go through that in a little bit. And travel goes without saying. Path. You'll have this unique opportunity to go abroad, to discover a new culture, new country, and lots of different adventures. Beer and travel were always a bit my kind of two passions, and I've kind of at some point I've asked myself, how can I be able to bridge those two passions? And the answer came quite naturally. It was to actually go abroad with a beer company and start a project abroad. But before we go into the details of how and what I did in Japan, in Tokyo for Brussels Beer Project, let me give you a bit of just going to go there rapidly, just give you the picture. I was fortunate enough to grow up in 8 different countries when I was a kid. I've studied business engineering here in Brussels at ICHEC, and finally did a master in finance at Lyon, which is a French école de commerce. The reason for that was because at that time I was a bit tired of waking up every morning to go to classes, and I wanted a more practical experience. And Lyon was able to give me this opportunity by completing 2 internships of 6 months. The first one was in Paris for an investment bank, and the second one was for an NGO acted in Jordan. Finally, let's say it's just the beginning, I started my career as a consultant here in Brussels for Deloitte. I don't know if you've heard about Deloitte. I guess when you did, probably some of you are working for Deloitte here in this room. I joined as a consultant in FT and worked there for 2 years. Now, the question was, what made me decide to apply for the PAF? Well, at some point working for Deloitte, I was of course very happy. The work was quite challenging, so the colleagues were all very professional, but I kind of lacked a purpose, or I was questioning myself, what am I really doing here? And at some point days were getting a bit similar, and a kind of a monotony came up, and I felt like I needed a new challenge. And it's quite fortunate. One of my good friends was applying for the PAF, and he told me, Max, you have to apply as well. It's a project where they can go abroad, and the thing that I really liked is that you don't have to present a project yourself. They're quite open. As long as you have an entrepreneur mindset, you can apply for the PAF and then decide on the project you want to build. And this is something that really attracted me. I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. I had 2 years of work experience at Deloitte, but I still had a lot of questions. And this was unique, a very good opportunity to kind of, bounce to another field and have this a new kick, a new challenge in my life. So the project, you'll see, there's also beautiful pictures of me in the book, which is quite funny because when you work with Japanese, they tend to take a lot of pictures. I applied for the PAF. I was fortunate to go to the different interviewing processes, and when I got the project, I directly approached Brussels Beer Project, which is a microbrewery located in the city center of Brussels, Rue Antoine-Ronsard. Probably many of you know the beers. And I was really attracted by the project. I felt that they had a lot of, let's say, ambition, and there was a lot of value there to actually develop a beer project abroad. So I approached Sébastien and Olivier, the 2 co-founders of the project, we actually had a beer together, and I told him that I had the grant of the Prince Albert Fund, that I was being paid for 1 year, and that I absolutely wanted to launch one of the projects abroad. And we discussed, and of course we established that I would go to Japan, Tokyo. So just to give you again a brief background of the project, the project was organized in 3 phases. The first phase was actually more of a logistics approach on finding an importer, finding a stock, and being able to actually import the beers that were being brewed in Brussels to Japan. And on a second stage to develop the sales. So it was a really, let's say, a hands-on project where I was myself going to different bars, hotels, restaurants, and selling the Brussels beer project. It started really small. We had tasting sessions, and at some point, sales really started to build up. And after 4 months, my importer really felt that there was traction, and that Japanese were actually really fan of the Brussels Beer Project brand and actually the beers. And he proposed me to develop or renovate a bar together and transform it into a Brussels Beer Project taproom. So of course I was really excited, and after 4 months we were able to find a place, contact the different working teams, and recruit the staff to launch the Brussels Beer Project taproom in Shinjuku. I'll talk briefly about it later. This, after 1 year, when we launched the taproom, this was quite, we were lucky, it was quite successful. An investor that was actually based in Paris contacted us and asked us to develop another taproom in Paris, and that's how I ended up. Now today I live in Paris, and I opened the second taproom, and I'll give you the news later, but there's other projects in the pipe. The question, was it easy? Absolutely not. It was one of the most difficult experiences in my life. I thought it would be easy, given the fact that I had traveled a lot. I felt like I could completely take up the challenge, but actually the 3 main difficult or challenging aspects of my PATH project were, first of all, the language. Of course, going to Japan, not speaking Japanese, I was very motivated. I took some Japanese classes before going, when I was based in Tokyo as well, but it was completely more difficult than I expected. I found myself in really funny situations where I had to discuss with the architect to build up the taproom, and we couldn't communicate. He didn't speak English, and my Japanese was really basic, so we finally decided to draw through the bar on papers. So, I mean, it resulted in very funny moments, but it was every day it was kind of a little struggle. The culture as well was kind of difficult. It's an amazing culture, the Japanese culture. You get to learn new ways of doing business. It's completely different from anything I've ever witnessed before, so I would again find myself in business meetings and try to convince my Japanese partner to keep the cold chain for delivering the beers, and instead of telling me no without losing the face, because he didn't have the infrastructure, he was completely trying to go around the answer. So sometimes it's a bit frustrating because things I like when things go fast, and in Japan things go quite slowly. And the third thing, it's kind of a personal thing as well. The third challenge I found is the solitude. It's true that I chose a project where I had to build up the project from scratch. So that's what I wanted. I knew what I was getting into. However, some of the projects you find yourself surrounded by a team that's already abroad, and there at some point I felt that every day build up the project by myself was quite challenging, especially that at that time I broke up with my girlfriend, so it was also kind of a difficult moment. However, it's part of the project. It's part of the experience as well. And I was very lucky. My two co-founders for Brussels Beer Project were behind me the whole project. So in the end, those challenges were, of course, a good experience. It was difficult, but was it worth it? Yes, of course it was worth it. I was able to join a project that is very dynamic, that is very appealing. I'm still today at the Brussels Beer Project. We continue on developing projects together. I feel really part of a team. I've integrated a very young and dynamic team, and I'm happy that I've done the switch. I started a project from scratch. This is something that I really wanted to experience. I felt like I didn't want to start my company just yet, but I wanted to have an entrepreneurship, let's say, experience. And the path is exactly this. It gives you this entrepreneurship experience without taking the risk yourself of, starting your own company with your own economies. You're backed up by the path, by a team of alumni, a team of professionals, and by a company. So you're pretty well surrounded. I learned a new language. I think today my Japanese must be close to zero, but however, it was still a good experience. Learning languages is always something fun, and it's something that I will always enjoy. So that was a good thing. Develop marketing skills. Yeah, I mean, at some point when you work as a young professional, you get more and more, how can I say, specialized in the field. And where I was more into finance, I was able to switch to a more marketing and project development role, which is something that is great, I think. I joined an amazing community. This one is really important. The PATH project is not just a one-year project abroad. You also have to consider it as a stepping stone. Why a stepping stone is because it allows you, like I did, to switch from a specific field to another, but it also helps you to build on your contacts, your network. The PATH alumni is a very strong alumni community where we at least we try to do very regular events, if not 2 per year, at least I attend. But it's a strong community. We always keep in touch. We call each other from time to time, and it's really important because you have people that have had more experience than you, a couple of years ahead of you, and that can really, help you through the whole project. If you have questions on your career, on difficult choices you have to make, they will be there for you, and it's something that is really valuable, at least for me. Still learning and growing every day. I mean, it's an easy thing to say, of course. The path puts you in this discomfort mode where you have, you find yourself in a new country, in a new culture, and I kind of kept that mentality where, not choosing the easy way, but try to really challenge myself every day and build on new projects. I was able to live in Tokyo for 1 year. I've been now in Paris for 1 year as well. We continue to having projects. If some of you are interested, of course, we can talk about it at the end during the drink. And who knows where I will be in next year or even in 6 months. But somehow that's what I wanted, and that's what I like to do, is the uncertainty and the adventure. Voilà.